Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome inside the CU Rec Center Ice Rink here in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. It is so good to be back inside this rink after a long 8 months or so without action. Thank you all for tuning in to Scobuff Sports. I'm Kieran Walker, Aiden Glockner joining us as well on color commentary. This is my first year as the official voice of Scobuff Sports, as I got my start last year, but it feels good to be back. Aiden, how's it feel to be back, man? I know it's been a while.
It has been a while, hasn't it? It's going pretty good, honestly. I'm excited to be back here in the ice rink, as is, I'm sure, the other players, as we're ready to set off.
So a new Colorado crew as we are underway here at CU. Lots of returning faces, but some new presence as well, including new coaching staff as well. But nonetheless, we are so happy to be back here in the CU Rec Center Ice Rink. Puck is out in front. Rapolis Marcinkiewicz chases this one down to the corner. There's a one-timer from the point, and it's deflected high up into the netting and out of play by CU's goaltender, number 44. I will get a name on that as soon as possible, folks. We have been dealing with some technical difficulties today. As we did our live show at about 4 p.m. and just was rushing here with the equipment to bring you this broadcast this evening. But nonetheless, we are here now. We'll do our best to bring you a great broadcast this evening. That wraparound is saved and it's taken away by Colorado. Trying to get the left side is Dougie Wood. Sends it across ice to the blue line. There's a shot and right high over the net. Puck is up back into the corner, played out into the neutral zone and bounced off the boards, and back to it is Dougie Wood. He's closing in, out to center, takes a shot, and it goes wide and hits the boards. Played back into the corner. Picking up now is Jake Rosalenko, number 13, who's returning this year. A bit of a loss of presence for Colorado with their captain, Drew McConaughey, absolutely instrumental last year. But after he graduated in May of 25, left some big shoes to fill. Another attempt on the net, and it's saved. Puck is back into the corner. Picked up by number 44 for the Denver Pioneers. Men's D2 Denver Pioneers coming in here to Boulder. That's Gabe Hopkins, the defenseman from Park City, Utah. This one's played back into the corner and brought back out into the neutral zone near the boards. Just it goes down is David Hofteaser. Elliot Testa takes a shot out in front, and a great defensive play by the Pios. And his goaltender plays it back out to number 6, that is Luke Massey. Puck is played back into the Buffalo zone, and it will be an icing call against Denver.
I can hear you.
So face-off coming back into the Colorado zone, or Denver zone rather, as that icing call has brought it back and into the face-off circle is number 16. Do not have a name at the moment, but it's chased back into the corner. Now played along the boards, picked up by number 16 and taken back out to center ice. And that's number 3, Grant Robinson, defenseman, finally getting some ice time this season. Number 11 for Colorado chases this down into the corner. And defensive play. Back behind, puck is loose behind the net and recovered by Colorado, still loose. Colorado desperately trying to maintain possession as that's cleared out. And Robinson chasing this one down back into his own zone. Let's play out Rapolis Marcinkiewicz up the left side. A junior this year returning. He was instrumental last season as well. Bit of a shake-up at the blue line. And we'll get a call here for what looks to be offsides. At 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go in period number 1.
And I know I wasn't here last year, Kieran, but Marcinkiewicz, absolute force both the past 2 years for this team. I think one of the more, definitely important members of the team, and definitely someone you want to watch through this entire season as they look to finally, after a couple of years, make the playoffs.
Absolutely. Marcinkiewicz won that face-off and it's taken away by Owen Dickinson into the corner. Here's Carney at the point, bounced off the glass. Chasing it down is Dickinson behind the net. Jake Carney waiting for it at the half wall, but the Pioneers will come away with it. and number 78 for the Pioneers. They do not have names on the back of their jerseys. I do apologize. This one's played back into Colorado's zone near the blue line, nearly an offside called against DU. There's a shot, goes just wide of the net to the right. 16 and a half to go in period number 1. Dickinson chasing this one down. Played into the corner by number 19, Patrick, on DU. And 24 and a bit of a scrum in the corner. That is Henry Seebeck. Now Colorado maintains possession. No. Bit of a shake-up along the boards behind the net. And a cross-ice pass to Jake Rosalenko, skating out to the neutral zone. He's got help. Right back into the corner. Back to Rosalenko. Puck is still loose behind the net, and Colorado maintains possession as this is passed back out towards center ice. Pioneers coming the other way. That's Seebeck. Centering pass. Save by Colorado from right in front. Bit of a shake-up. Number 74 did not like DU closing in. Another big hit there. That's 2 in a row. Colorado's bench loves it. Here's Logan Bergy. Back for Rosalenko. Rosalenko out in front into traffic. And number 50 takes a shot. Save right into a pack of Pioneers, if you could say that. Number 74 for Colorado. That's played back into the corner and wrapped around along the boards. And here's DU coming away on the other side. Number 83 skating down ice. It's 2-on-2. There's a shot, save. Puck is still loose. The rebound is picked up by Colorado. The zone is cleared. Elliot Testa chasing it down. And it's intercepted by Colorado. Bergy at the blue line. Could not keep it in. And coming the other way is Van Arum. Puck is still loose. That shot went high over the net. Nearly hit the netting. There's a shot, save. Puck is still loose. Back out. Centering pass. Another great save by Colorado. David Hofteaser. A little pass back. And Elliot Testa near center ice. Moves it back for Robinson. Robinson, long shot. And that's off the pads of DU's goalkeeper. Back into the corner. Puck is wrapped around along the boards. Taken away by DU as it's cleared. And it's getting the other way now is number 17. That's played into the corner. Out of the net comes Colorado's goalkeeper, who I will try to get a name for you folks as soon as possible. Robinson chasing this one into the corner as his team, or DU rather, in the midst of a line change. And now Buff's coming the other way to respond. Gloved out of the air by number 88. Skating in front. Takes a shot. Wrap around and a beautiful save by DU. Holy cow. And they'll try and clear the zone, and they will. Skating down the right side is 47. Takes a shot off the pads. Another shot from that opposite court, opposite end of the ice. And once again, save. Here's Marcin Kevicius. He's got wheels. Going up with number 11. Looking for help. That's sent across the ice. Still no score. 7 minutes gone by in period number 1. That's Jake Carney. Now back into the corner. And it looks like a penalty will be coming here.
First 5 minutes, 6 minutes, well, I guess now almost 7 minutes, early pressure by DU. They got the majority of the chances. They got 7 shots on goal right now, but some great backstopping by the goaltender for Colorado. Matthew Server, on the team 2 years ago, not on the team last year. I had thought he'd graduated. Now he's back.
Hey, man, it's good to see him coming back, man. I mean, hey, take a year off, focus on your studies. It's all good. But nonetheless, D1 versus D2, I mean, good to see him making a comeback on this team, and he's made a great impact thus far. Face-off coming to Colorado's zone. Marcin Kevicius in the circle. On the DU side was number 14, Slater Whitehead. Now skating the other way is Marcin Kevicius. Excuse me, that was Cam Piggott, rather. Let's get it the other way. Puck is still loose in the neutral zone. Taken away by the University of Denver. They'll wrap around the back. Another great chance there as that shot went just wide, and DU will get a line change. Here's Carney back behind the net, left for Matty Hull, rather. Brody Pearson getting in on the battle in the corner along the boards. Here's Carney. And back out to Cam Piggott, and it's turned over to DU. There's a glove save by Colorado, but it's put down for Matty Hull, who skates behind the net and now charges out. He's got help from Rosalenko. Rosalenko over number 67. There's a shot wide right. Bucket behind the board. They take a shot, and that's deflected. Once again, back into the opposite corner. Another shot. Man, DU is getting peppered right now. Great to see Colorado putting on that pressure. Rosalenko, it took a little butt to the head as DU comes away with it and finally clears their zone. Massey chasing this one down behind his net. Here comes Massey. It's played out to Logan Bergy. Bergy picks it up near center ice. And now it's an offside called against Colorado. Rosalenko jumped the gun a little bit.
Nice to see you to get some actual offensive chances, offensive possession of their own. As I said, DU kind of having the brunt of the chances early here in the period, although we're nearly halfway through that. They get some response to their own, a couple really close shots over down there on the left side for Colorado, and credit to their goaltender sticking in there now.
It's been a bit of back and forth, and Colorado certainly applying that pressure now. Testa, that's out to Bergy, now coming away with it. Hofteaser lost the puck. Massey chasing it down, takes a shot wide left. Hofteaser picking it up at the half wall, keeps it in. Shot for the point, and it's saved. Once again, puck comes back out, bounced off the half wall, and kept in barely by Jenin.
Good use of the body against the wall there, though, to create that shot from Hofteaser. Just knocked the guy off the puck, stole it himself, and then got a shot off that was confused the Denver goaltender there. I don't think many of the players on the ice knew where it was for about 2-3 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the puck just came back out. And finally, DU came away with it as they have another chance here out in front, and puck is deflected into traffic. Here's Marcin Kevicius with speed, going up the left side. Loses the puck at the half wall. Racing for it is Cam Piggott. But taken away by number 83 for DU. And we're going to whistle here as another save was made by DU's goaltender, Jackson Carlitz. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe Caden Boucher is in net for Colorado. We'll confirm that as soon as we have an answer here, folks. Get back by number 10, now number 74 for Colorado. Lots of new guys on the squad, as we've mentioned. Now skating up ice is 85, takes a shot, and it's deflected and goes wide of the net. 9.5 to go here, period number 1. Colorado loses it. That's Sandberg, one of the new guys at the blue line. There's a shot on net, saved by Boucher. Getting up the ice now, it's number 11 out in front. He's got a chance, and he deflects this one high over the net, but it hit the netting, and play will stop. 9:13 to go in the first period.
Some good pace here to this first period. Both teams nearly 10 shots on goal apiece, and multiple strong opportunities for both teams. Colorado on the left side has had a couple opportunities, that one being the latest one, even though it went high and into the net. Peppering the goaltenders right now, and both are standing quite tall.
Something we love to see. I mean, you're coming in, starting off your season. You want your goaltenders to be strong after a bit of conditioning in the first couple weeks of classes. Team was announced earlier, about 2 weeks ago, but this puck is out in front nonetheless. Pearson tried to handle that one. That's just chucked into the corner now as Carney retreats. Rosalenko. Dougie Wood keeps this one in. Takes a shot from center. One time. Oh my goodness. What a chance by Pearson. And we're going to stoppage here. I believe the puck went out of the rink. Holy cow. Pearson from an awkward angle nearly had a shot there.
I mean, phenomenal look from Wood there. Could have taken the shot very easily, maybe looked for a rebound, but didn't recognize Pearson was open down there on the low side and got the shot off and just wide by a couple inches, or, I mean, that's the first goal of the game.
That was beautiful. This puck went high up into the netting and out of play, and it will come back into DU's zone. John Summit playing over here, the PA system in the rink. He's coming to Folsom Field in October. Very excited for that. Face-off coming back to DU's zone. 8:41 to go in period number 1. Face-off taken by Colorado. Courtesy of Logan Bergy. Puck in the corner. Being played out. Here's Testa along the boards.
And he was looking for Testa there.
Yeah, oh, big hit by Testa right in front of DU's bench. They are not happy as this puck goes into the opposite corner. And a penalty coming here against Testa. Not even trying to contest it, just heads to the box. You hate to see Colorado taking penalties, taking the first penalty, the first game of the season. So first power play for the Pioneers. Just under 8.5 to go in period number 1. Buffs down a key man with Elliot Testa. That played back into the corner for Colorado. DU coming away with it. Taken by number 18. Which looks like that is number 19 for DU. As Nolan Patrick. Patrick's shot deflected off the leg of a defender. That was Luke Massey. Taken away by DU. Again, trying to set up a sequence in front. Colorado desperately trying to clear, but it's kept into the zone at the blue line. Puck is still loose out in front. Patrick plays to number 7 out and back out into the corner. At the blue line, there's a shot from deep, and it's deflected by CU defenders. Rosalenko chasing this one down into the corner. Luke Massey made a big hit, and that was deflected by Boucher. Puck is wrapped around into the corner. Picked up again by DU. Just under 60 seconds to go in the power play. Colorado has not cleared the zone once yet. DU looking for a wraparound attempt. And they've got one here, but great defense by Luke Massey once again. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Patrick coming back out. There's a shot on net, save Boucher, and deflected into the corner. That's picked up. Boucher with another chest save. He nearly swallowed that one up. Now it's bounced off the boards. Rosalenko chasing the puck down. Merrick's shot right into traffic. Back into the corner now for Massey. Power play is coming to an end. 5 seconds to go, and it's smothered by Boucher. Kid Boucher taking over from the Prince of New Jersey, Liam O'Gwen, who played his senior season last year, had some key saves. Unfortunately, not able to propel them to the playoffs in that Rocky Mountain face-off final game. Nick Evans and I were here covering. But Caden Boucher stepping right up to the challenge, and he's played a great game so far, as this face-off will be taken by the Pioneers. Now onto the ice is Marcin Kevichus as Testa goes to the bench. Owen Dickinson set across the ice. Matthew Server, goaltender for Colorado. I do apologize, folks. Piggott into the corner. Now number 74 taken away by DU. 6 minutes to go in period number 1. Puck is loose in front. That shot went wide left. Marcin Kevichus clears the zone and plays it back out to center ice before being intercepted by a couple of Pioneers. Server played this one into the corner, bounced off for number 11 for Colorado, number 74 chasing it down, bounced off behind the net. And we'll get a whistle here as another beautiful save by Server. First time CU zone has seen a face-off in about 10 minutes. And now DU taking the face-off. They'll take a shot on net and it's deflected wide. Beautiful play by Server. DU still out. It's intercepted by number 88 for Colorado. He's got wheels going right down the middle. He's got help from his man. Taken over by number 16, Matty Hull, near the blue line. Puck is loose in front. There's a shot wide right inside 5 minutes to go. Puck is deflected into the corner. Shot into the corner rather, wrapped out around along the boards, and there's a struggle for the puck. Hull comes away with it, takes a shot for the point, and it's saved. And Jackson Carlitz making some incredible saves for DU. And those shots coming deep. I mean, that's a challenge for a lot of goaltenders here in this league. Carlitz stepped right up to the challenge. Brody Pearson into the circle for Colorado. Puck is loose back out in front. Rosalenko into the corner. There's it back for number 14 for DU. Now Salter Whitehead. This one comes out of the net. Server. Pass intended. For Dougie Wood. And we can't connect as puck is at the blue line and DU comes away with it. Here's center ice. Once again, Whitehead penetrating the buff zone early at the blue line. Big hit in the corner. Inside 4 to go now in the first period. Dougie Wood. Penalty coming here, no. Now skating the other way. It's Patrick centering pass and no connection made. Now Pearson will clear the zone. Gets it to his man, Rosalenko. Pearson again, centering pass. Rosalenko, he's chased behind the net. Tried to take a shot. Puck is loose in front. Chasing it down now is David Hofteaser. Rosalenko along the half wall. By number 16. There's a shot by Pearson wide left. Pushing the 3-minute mark. Massey back out into the neutral zone. And we'll play it back deep to Hofteaser. It's bounced off into the corner. No icing. Hofteaser tripped up in the corner, struggling to his skates at the half wall. Hofteaser, another big hit right in front of DU's bench. And Ryan kept that one in. There's a shot by Testa, and it's saved once again by Carlitz. That was one heck of a shot. Lots of power. Carlitz really took that one to the face. Still scoreless. About 17 minutes gone by here in period number 1. Crowd loves it. Yeah, every time we have an away football game, the crowd usually shows up and shows out in the CU Rec Center, and we love to see that as this puck is bounced along the glass. Robinson. There's a shot by Marcin Kevichus. That was a rocket, and saved again by Carlitz. Played back into the corner. Great save by Server. Now Owen Dickinson fighting for it. Number 18 for DU. Big hit in front of the Buffs bench. by Marcin Kevichus. Now back out is Dickinson, skating up the left side, centering pass to Cam Piggott. Now connect, there's a shot off the pads. Rebound, that one-timer coming in by number 16. Number 10 is Sandberg. This puck is played into the corner, here's Piggott.
And it's always Marcin Kevichus, isn't it, with the big hits. He's always who you expect to really liven up the game, really rally the team with a hit or a play or something. He's just ultimate workhorse on this team.
Absolutely, he is a beast. I do not want to mess with that man, even though we're the same year in terms of, we're both juniors, but hey, dude is him, that is for sure. Back to number 88 for Colorado. There's a shot, went high and wide over the net. Once I have a complete roster, folks, I will prepare a proper call sheet here in the coming months for sure. There's a shot that went wide left and taken back into the zone by DU. Big hit. Number 16 into the corner. Oh, it's Moen. We're Moen for DU. Plays this one back into the corner. Double zero. DU goes for a change, and as does Colorado as Jake Carney and company come back out. 45 seconds in period number 1, and Carney out to number 11. It's played out to Dougie Wood, gloved out of the air by number 12. The stoppage of play. It looks like we may have a penalty on our hands, folks. No, I believe it was an offsides call, but nonetheless it comes back into the Pioneers zone. So Brody Pearson entering the face-off circle for Colorado. He's been instrumental so far. Had some great chances on that connection with Dougie Wood earlier. Holy cow, if that doesn't make play of the week, I don't know what will. Pearson, bit of a sloppy control of the face-off, and it's taken away by DU. That shot goes wide of the net to the right, and it's into the corner. Just get down is Luke Massey. The opposite corner picked up by Wood near the half wall, and coming away with it is number 74 for Colorado, Rosalenko at the left side. Back to Pearson, bounced into the corner. DU clears the zone. No sense of urgency for Colorado on that play. 5 seconds to go in period number 1. But nonetheless, we'll get an icing, and we'll come back to the Pio zone for 4.7 seconds.
Did you see Pearson there? he was like, dude, why didn't you call the icing? And the ref was like, well, you didn't get to the circle yet.
Like, come on now, dog. What are you doing?
You should know this. You should know this, Brody.
Come on, man. These are ACHA officials. We're grateful for their time and commitment to this league, but nonetheless, not exactly the guys in the NHL or the NCAA for that matter, but we appreciate their time officiating these games. Bit of a trip up right off the face-off circle as Dougie Wood tried to take one last shot. But we are scoreless after 20 minutes of play. And CU and DU will head to their respective locker rooms. And I mean, Aiden, when you're heading into that locker room, what's your message if you're the coaching staff or the captain?
You know, I'd say they're doing fine. I think the fact that this is a Division II team for Denver, I think you should be doing probably better than what we showed in the first period there. But there's a couple caveats. It is the first 20 minutes of the entire season, right? They have not played, at least an official game since March, right? And you're getting the rust out. You've got some new players on the team. They haven't entirely gelled yet. You've got an old but new goalie in Matthew Server, and so I'd say just keep doing what they're doing. Keep getting the shots on net. It's a very cliche thing to say, but I think it's true considering Colorado had 13 shots in the first. Denver had 11. And not all of them were bad shots. I mean, there was the Pearson one, which wasn't actually a shot on net, but man, was that close.
Yeah, that was terrifying, honestly. And I mean, I go back to my boy Raplis, Marcin Kevichus. He's been absolutely incredible these past couple seasons, but nonetheless, I mean, he's a beast, and we're going to see that. We're going to see that in the next 40 minutes or so, but we'll take a break here, folks, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Scobuff Sports.
Just what happened. There we go. Okay.
Welcome back to Boulder, ladies and gentlemen. Our audio is back up and running. We are getting ready for period number 2 between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Denver Pioneers. No score after the first 20 minutes of the season. Pio's bench is loving it, as is Colorado. Change sides for Colorado. MD2 as the Pios take it back into the corner. Tommy Moan, the first to win the face-off for the Pios, and it looks like might have had an offside.
I just want to hear you.
Face-off coming back into the Pioneers zone. And Logan Bergy back into the circle. Testa into the corner, bounced off, and Bergy picks it up. Centering pass, Hofteaser's shot went wide left. Jake Carney kept it in, as was David Hofteaser. Out in front, Matty Hole meets it near the blue line. He fires this one into the corner, into the left corner rather, as its puck rolls along the boards. There's a shot from the half wall, and it's saved immediately by Kravitz, or Karlitz rather. Both sides will change 40 seconds into period number 2. Colorado applying that early pressure. It's Matthew Ryan, one of the newcomers.
Ooh.
Back at the blue line, big trip up by Matty Hole. And that shot was saved by Karlitz. Holy cow.
What a move there at the blue line to evade the forecheck. That was really something.
Absolutely. Holy cow, it's played into the corner now by Dickinson. Marcin Kevicius at the half wall. Ryan fires into traffic and nearly deflected into the net by Cam Piggott. Marcin Kevicius retreating back into his own zone, bounced off the boards in the neutral zone and picked up again by Cam Piggott, but not before being intercepted by Willem van Arum for DU. There's a shot on net, and it's saved immediately by Matt Server. Officials took a bit of a time blowing the whistle, and we have a little bit of a scrum behind the net. Unless it's broken up. A minute and a half gone by in period number 2. And the physicality starting to shine through for both sides as we get a fresh set of skaters on for Colorado. Face-off taken by the Pios, shot immediately on net into traffic. Testa chases it down, trying to clear the zone, but DU keeps it in. There's another shot on net, save by Server. Puck is still loose out in front. DU with another shot opportunity. There's another one, saved Server as he plays this one into the corner. That puck hit the netting and play will stop. Hofteaser not pleased.
Man, Server absolutely keeping CU in this right now in that sequence. I made a couple of saves there, 3 to 4 on just some sloppy turnovers, sloppy plays in their own zone by Colorado. And DU was capitalizing. They got a couple shots off that were pretty close looks. And if not for Server on top of his game right now, you know, first game here back in Boulder in a year and a half, 2 years, it could be 1-2-0 DU right now.
Absolutely, Server just making those clutch saves. And the rest of his line needs to wake up. It's Grant Robinson played along the half wall. That puck is in the opposite corner into traffic. Server made another save off the pads. It's taken away by Sandberg. Sandberg across pass intended for Dougie Wood is broken up. Robinson. Back to Rosalenko into the corner now. Here's Pearson. Pass intended for Wood, no connection made. Now coming the other way is the Pioneers, or are the Pioneers rather. Sandberg, back behind the net. This comes back out to Dougie Wood. Rosaleko. He's looking for a man. Bounced off into the opposite corner for DU. Dougie Wood chasing this one down as well. Number 10 takes a shot. Glove save immediately by Server. Do not have a name for number 10, unfortunately, folks. Man, he skated right up the middle. It was a huge threat to Matt Server.
And Denver definitely having some of those looks you just said, and they had a couple the other minute, just a minute ago. And Colorado really just kind of a case of just they need to tighten up right now. We said, well, you know, what do you want to do in the second period and the rest of the game? And my answer's changed right now. It's tighten up.
So we'll see if they tighten up as they try and clear their zone. There's fresh skaters on the ice. Hole out to Dickinson, rather. It's Piggott chasing it into the corner. And Piggott still fighting for it. Dickinson comes away. Matty Hole at the point. Wraps back around the boards. Intended, but picked up by Carney. Here's Piggott. Back to Hole at the point. Tried to get a shot off. Marcinkevich, here's nifty little pass out to Carney. And that's a great save again by DU.
Nearly a highlight reel goal.
Absolutely. So 4 minutes gone by. Still no score. Here's Piggott. Skating back out towards center. He's got help from shot for the point and a glove save. No, into traffic. Marcinkevich trying to fight for it in traffic. Back into the corner. Pass intended for Piggott. It's broken up. Hole keeps it in at the point. And Dickinson.
Buffs with a little bit of an offensive response here, having DU in their own zone for a little bit, you know, as a response to what we were just saying. They needed to tighten up, and we're, you know, in their own zone getting pressured by DU. And some good response there, though, off of kind of a very good
another chance here for the young line for Colorado. Matty Hole with a shot as he's quick to tried to go to the bench, but Hole and Massey, two defensemen out on the ice at the moment. The server leaves it back for Hole. The young guys for Colorado really seeing some action. Colorado can't clear the zone. 5 minutes gone by as that shot went wide left from DU.
And that one hit off the helmet of the Buffalo. I don't know if you saw that.
Everybody seems to be okay. Hockey players, they're beasts. They can take it for sure. My favorite sports to call, as I'm sure many people in SBS and our viewers know. Nonetheless, we're getting offside, it looks like here, against DU. So it comes back out into the neutral zone. Top left hash.
Scoreless here in Boulder right now between these two teams, but what is not scoreless is on your screen right now. The Colorado Buffaloes football at Houston, currently down 19-14 in the third quarter. Both teams need to tighten up a little bit, I would say, Karen.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Buffs head down to Houston. They really got to make their presence known in this Big 12 play. Unless DU, that pass, no connection made, and it forces the Pioneers to retreat back to the neutral zone, but chasing it down and nearly tripped up was David Hofteaser. The server out of the net. He'll play this one back into the corner. Still no urgency. Here comes Hofteaser. He's got a man out in front. Beautiful play. Score! David Hofteaser! The first goal of the season for Colorado and Denver. And Buffs take the lead here. 6 minutes gone by in period number 2. Buffs on top, 1-0. Wow, what a play by Hofteaser. Sneaks it out in front and just sneaks it right by. Bit of a deceptive play, but nonetheless, that is how you get on the board first. You got to make a statement.
Sensational goal there. Spinorama, shades of 3 years ago, Drew McConaughey, but Spinorama right in front of the net and then still buried it, got past the goalie on the weak side, the left side of the goaltender. My word, what a goal by Hofteaser.
The excitement in this rink, or the energy in this rink rather, has gone from 0 to 100. in just half a second. Dougie Wood with another opportunity, but that's forced into the corner. He's got a chance out in front here. Score! Jake Rosalenko off the deflection from, oh my goodness.
I can't even keep up. Suddenly out of nowhere, it's 2 goals in under 10 seconds for the Buffs here.
Dougie Wood to Jake Rosalenko, the 2 forwards from the corner, and a nifty little deflection right past Kravitz. Holy cow. And Carlitz seeing some great shots here just in the matter of like 20 seconds. 2-0 Colorado. But an offside call against Colorado. No, we made officials convening in front of the Buffs bench. And in that time, Colorado has a line change. Marcin Kevich was able to keep it in at the blue line. Just about 7 minutes gone by, period number 2. Sandberg, here comes DU trying to respond, down by 2. And they've got that same energy as player lost his stick. It's number 83 for the Pioneers, whose name I do not have, unfortunately. Backhand pass from Marcin Kevich to Dickinson. And a bit of a scrum here with Cam Piggott behind the net. Officials come in, and Piggott leaves on his own. Another line change from both sides.
And man, you know, Kieran, just as we were talking about how they need to tighten up, you know, get back into the game, get back into the flow of things, you know, they get a little bit of offensive pressure, a little bit of time in the O-zone, a couple shots on net, and phenomenal first goal, and then bam, the second one goes in too, and suddenly, you know, you're up 2-0 with still over half the game remaining.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody saw that second goal coming in. But nonetheless, Matty Hull still on the ice. And there's a shot save. Beautiful glove save by Carlitz. Man, this is one heck of a second period so far. Or should I say one heck of 20 seconds of play. Yeah, Dickinson had another opportunity, but Carlin's facing that pressure yet again. Carney behind the net. This is the fresh line of skaters for Colorado coming in here. Carney chases this one down, back behind his net, as does Hull. That's out in front, no connection made for DU. And back at the line, it's number 12 for the Pioneers. Looking at DU's roster, folks, there's a lot of names and numbers I do not have, unfortunately. The ACHA's website is kind of hit or miss. It really depends on the team. And number 88 for Colorado, skating down center. He's got wheels. Pass is broken up by Moan on DU. They're back into the corner. Pass nearly intercepted by Matty Hull. Back out. Here's Carney. Back to Hull. Skaters for CU have been out on the ice for over a minute. 88's got a chance. Skating towards center, and it's a great stick save once again by Carlitz. But it's still loose out in front. There's Hull. And it's cleared out of the Pioneers zone. Carney trying to keep it alive. Hull tries to get back into his zone as Buffs are in the midst of a line change. Back out comes Testa. That puck went way up high into the netting and out of play.
I have now for 4 years wondered if teams get thrown off by the ceiling here, because you know you try to flip the puck out, and I feel like the ceiling is lower than on average in most rinks, and every time I see that happen, I'm like, you know, they just might not be used to that. And then, yeah, there you go. Stoppage of play to the center of the ice.
This whole facility is very weird here, folks. The ceiling, even like, looking up here, this is, I mean, we're at the top of the stands here in the rink, and it's Looking up there, it's not exactly high. I mean, these stands aren't exactly tall. There are only 7 rows of bleachers.
Just a little bit. You're good.
And yeah, the lights are not helping for sure. Super bright. They do a great job lighting the rink, but not great if you're a player down there and trying to look up. Chasing this one down is Elliot Testa. He's got speed and plays it into the left corner. DU trying to clear the zone, and they will. Colorado retreating. It's a 1-on-2. Patrick for DU. Colorado clears the zone rather. It's played back in by Patrick.
Great anticipation there by Ryan in the chasing the attacker in his own defensive zone. Heard the stick tapping by the partner on the back and was able to get in front of that passing lane and completely nullify what could have been a decent chance for Denver.
Big hit in front of DU's bench by Matty Hull, or excuse me, yes. Oh, that was Luke Massey. I am so sorry, folks. So Massey, Logan Bergie tried to get this one back out. Nonetheless, Massey takes a huge hit by Patrick. So Massey takes a shot. Here's Bergie. Music played in the rink momentarily. Testo along the half wall. DU's zone is cleared. Nearly an offsides call against Dougie Wood. Puck was out of the zone. Sandberg, one of the new folks for CU, saying some play time. Wood into the left, plays this one into the left corner. Chasing it down is Jake Rosalenko. Wood and Rosalenko, dynamic duo on that last goal for Colorado. Really had a similar playing style once again. There's Fain, it looks like, for, lots of hits out in front of Server. That shot went high over the net and hit the glass. But CU not able to clear the zone. 9 minutes to go in period number 2.
Some physical scrappiness right there. I counted 4 to 5 players on both teams on the ice.
There's a shot right into the pads. And, oh boy.
And they're getting at it a little bit scrappy. Both teams kind of pushing, hemming and hawing here and there. And that's what happens in a hockey game. That's what you get. That's what you see. So but Colorado, from my experience, the past couple of years, when they can turn it on, they're a very, very scrappy, a very, very efficient team, especially in relation to using their physicality and using their bodies to kind of bully the other opponents around. And that's just one of my goals for the entire season this year.
Marcin Kevichus played back into the zone. Yeah, Piggott with another shot. Save. That rebound had a opportunity to sneak past Karlitz. DU will clear the zone yet again. Yeah, they're seeing a lot of offensive zone time here, and they've got another chance out in front. Yeah, Matt Server can't catch a break, but that one was deflected into traffic. Coming the other way is Colorado. Looks like it's offsides against Colorado. So a full line change for the Buffs and Pios. So the
as you can see on your screen right now, Houston did just score in the football game. 25 now to 14 for Houston, late in the third. But here, 2-0 game for the Buffs.
At least one of our teams is winning so far.
Yeah, we're doing all right in one sport.
Yes, sir. Arguably the sport that I look forward to covering the most all season. That shot into traffic from the point. Cleared away by Luke Massey, who's facing some tension near the Pios bench. This is that first hit. DU's been a little bitter against Luke Massey. Toward Luke Massey, rather. Into the corner. Get up by number 11 for Colorado. This is the fresh line, as I like to call them. The new guys seeing some ice time after a tough core veteran crew left last year. 7.5 to go in period number 2. Colorado still leads 2-0. It's Matthew Ryan, number 15. A few names on the jerseys who I actually recognize as one of the newcomers. Ryan into the corner, played out to Testa, who's back out. Ryan at the half wall now, clears the zone. DU will chuck it back in, gloved by Luke Massey. Back into the right corner. And it's met at the half wall. Back out in front, another chance, and deflected away by Server. Great save as he came out of the net and deflected that one.
Great
back along
save
the
and better
boards.
bounce there. Better bounce of luck for the Buffs is what I mean. I mean, that was just a wide open net had the DU attacker not fallen.
Yeah, great read by Server. Testa with a wraparound attempt out in front. Bergie with a shot save right into traffic. No. Another shot off the rebound. No connection made. Robinson into the corner now. Off teaser. Number 74 for Colorado. Shot for the point. Save. Beautiful glove save once again by Jackson Kravitz. Or Carlitz, rather. I can't even talk today, folks. My apologies. 6:14 to go in the second period.
I mean, a real nice snap of the wrist there from just up by the blue line. And, you know, kind of could see it the whole way, could the goaltender. But it's just more offensive pressure that Colorado's putting on DU. They're now at 21 shots to 18. And, I mean, you can feel it in the game. The pace has picked up a little bit. The intensity's picked up a little bit. There's more shots, more hits, more effort, and 2 goals for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Grant Robinson's shot was just wide right. But zone is cleared by the Pioneers, and they've got a chance. Patrick going up the other way. Centering pass will be gloved, or nearly gloved, rather, by Server. And Robinson in a bit of a scrum just to the right of his goaltender. So both line changes for both teams on the ice. Jake Rosalenko's line is back out. And into the face-off circle once again is Brody Pearson. See if he has better luck now, and he does. Bit of a sloppy win, but it's ultimately taken away by Dougie Wood. Or excuse me, yes. Matty Holt chasing it down, turned over. Brazen, there's a shot, and a glove save made by Server. Crowd loves it.
Athletic flash of the glove right there, and the pad too. I mean, he had that one on lock and key, but he's had everything thus far, knock on wood, under lock and key. Servers look good, honestly, for his return to the Buffs. He is shown out very well tonight.
That's a bit of a trip up on Pearson. He wanted a call. He's not going to get one. As does Aiden and I. Rosalenko. Puck played behind the Pioneers net. He's still fighting for the puck. Pearson, bit of a hard hit. Pick it up by Jake Carney. Zone is cleared. Now going the other way is Fain for DU. And a glove save made again by Server as that came from the left side. So a little over 5 minutes to go in period number 2. Buffs lead 2. But the physicality really is starting to pick up as we entered the final 10 minutes of this period. And we'll get another hit in the corner on Ryan. That shot went high, nearly hit the glass, but it ends up in the corner. Back out, here's Pickett. Marcinkiewicz with speed up the center. Luke Massey centering pass to Marcinkiewicz. No connection made as this is behind. Puck is now behind the net. Now coming back out is Fain for DU. Matt Ryan takes this behind the net. The Skobuff chant is tried to get started here in the rink. And a big scruffle in the middle here from Marcinkiewicz. And Matt Ryan getting in on that as well. Crowd not having it. Marcinkiewicz still down. You hate to see that, but Matthew Ryan, it looks like, is going to head to the box for Colorado. Annapolis is He's hurt. He's going to head to the bench, and he'll probably get checked out by the training staff. So, power play coming for the Pioneers after that huge scruffle. So we'll be 4-on-4 here at CU as number 78 for DU heads to the box. So 4.5 minutes here in period number 2, and the next 2 minutes will be a 4-on-4, and it will start in DU's zone. Face-off won by the Pioneers. Racing to it is, has played into the corner rather. Here's Sandberg. Denver plays this one back into the corner. Hofteaser trying to chase down number 12 on DU. Elliot Testa back on the ice for Colorado. Sandberg out to Hofteaser at the blue line. And an offside called against the Buffs. That's the third or fourth offside call we've seen from Colorado this evening. Not exactly how you want to start this out. And Grant Robinson really getting in on a lot of those plays. Face off taken by Colorado, or excuse me, Pioneers rather, and an icing against the Pioneers. Chasing that one down with Sandberg. Now the fresh line will come out for the Buffaloes. Matty Hole, Cam Piggott joining in on the fun. Jake Carney out there as well. Zone is cleared by DU. Brazen going the other way. And it's a little glove save made by Server. So 1 minute on the 4-on-4, 3.5 minutes to play in period number 2. Puck taken by Colorado in the faceoff, gloved out of the air by Hopkins on DU. Yep, Gabe Hopkins, the defenseman from Park City, Utah, as we'll get another stoppage here after another save by Server. Another face-off in the Buff zone just to the right of Matt Server. And now Dougie Wood entering the circle. DU comes away with it almost immediately. Back at the blue line, there's a shot from deep into traffic. Colorado trying to clear this zone. Is number 11. Matty Hole chasing down the puck. And another glove save by Server. Server seeing a lot of action, but he's making those clutch glove saves. Just under half a minute to go in the power play. Now back into the corner. Bit of a trip up on Wood in front of the DU bench. Cross ice to Hole, takes a shot, and a glove save by Karlitz. Lots of glove saves from both sides as these shots come from the right or left sides of the ice. Jake Carney nearly lost his footing in the DU zone. Zamboni's definitely going to need to come out and season the ice a little bit. Hole back to Hofteaser. That aggressive center or cross ice pass intended for Carney. Now Hole just to get down is Jake Rosalenko. Hole number 2 for DU. That's Willem Van Arm from Zada, Minnesota. These DU defensemen really making a statement so far. Now here's Carney. Carney will out to Rosalenko. Along the boards, Cam Piggott back into the corner. No connection made, and racing for it is Rosalenko. 2 minutes to go in period number 2. Still a struggle for it. Cam Piggott getting it on the action, and he comes away with it. And a wraparound attempt. So he's checked a little bit in the back. Number 74 trying to keep it in, but it comes out, and Colorado retreats as they were caught in the midst of a line change. Server back out to, Luke Massey. Minute and a half to play. Period number 2. Pio's coming away with it, racing toward it. Into traffic was number 74. Now it's wrapped around, and Server comes out of the net. Played back to Massey. Piggott reaching for it. No connection made. Puck is still loose at the half wall. We chase back into the corner. DU with a chance. It's deflected high and ends up in the far corner. The wraparound again, Server comes out of the net to play it as we enter the final minute of play in period number 2. No points on the board for the Pioneers so far. They're looking to narrow the gap to 1. 50 seconds as Owen Dickinson chasing for this one in the corner. Not a whole lot of urgency. Finally gets to it, and he's tripped up in the corner. And Brody Pearson back out on the ice with Luke Massey, who has been on the ice for well over a minute now. Trying to go to the bench, but it's offsides. Sandberg using back the alternate captain Blake Bazin from Windham, New Hampshire, getting into a little bit of a scruff with some Colorado players. Now Dougie Wood. So back out in the corner. Here's Sandberg. That's how will be picked up by Robinson. Rosalenko racing forward in the corner. He's got help from DU meeting him. 13 seconds to go here in the second period. Dougie Wood back into the corner, loses that puck. Sandberg tripped up at the half wall. Crowd wanted a call. They're not going to get one as the final 2 seconds tick down. And a final shot was taken just wide to the left of Matt Server. 2-0 Colorado after 40 minutes of play at the CU Rec Center. And Buffs doing a little bit of chirping at the Pios bench as they retreat to their respective locker rooms.
Overall, I'd say much better period. Again, they took a penalty, but again, they were able to completely nullify it and leave no worse for wear. I'd say Colorado a little bit on the discipline. You see those the 2 penalties and the 0 for Denver. But the intensity was there, the pressure was there. They put and took the fight to Denver in their own zone and were rewarded with 2 goals for it. So overall, honestly, I'd rank that like B+ period. I know they can do better. They have done better. But again, first game of the season, second period of the season, I don't fault them for it.
Absolutely. I mean, especially the new guys coming in, they've not played a game together in this rink with this squad, many veterans who remain. But it's been about 10 months since they've, or 9 months rather, since they've been on the ice. So it's great to see that they're back, and we'll step aside for about 15 minutes. Third period coming up on Scope of Sports. Welcome back to Boulder, ladies and gentlemen, where we are getting ready for the third and final period of this exciting opening matchup between the Colorado Buffaloes and the D2 Denver Pioneers. The score is 2-0 after 40 minutes of play. Colorado had two back-to-back goals about halfway through the second period, and that period was electric, Aiden.
Oh, you betcha it was. That was just phenomenal, honestly, in terms of the hockey that we watched be played. I mean, CU definitely took it to Denver. Denver had their own responses. You know, the Pioneers had a number of looks, number of close chances. Matthew Server bailing out the Buffs at times in that second period. But, yeah, you said it was electric. The Buffs got 2 goals, including a absolutely insane is the best word for it, highlight reel goal from David Hofteser. And then followed up less than 10 seconds later by Jake Rosalenko. So 2 quick goals for the Buffs. I want to see if they can capitalize on the momentum. Obviously, they didn't have anything else to end the period. And I want to see if they can get back to that game and try to tack on a couple more here.
Absolutely. I mean, they cannot let this lead go. They got to extend it if possible, if anything, for that matter. The face-off at center ice taken away by DU as they retreat back into their zone. Marcin Kevichus back at center ice, bounces this one off the boards. Back into his zone. Backhands it to Dickinson. Dickinson lost the puck for a second, gets it back along the boards. Half wall rather, back into the corner. And back out to Cam Piggott. Shot goes wide right. Puck is loose now. Dickinson at the half wall. And now here's Matty Hull at the blue line. Chucking it back in. Marcin Kevichus into the corner. Carney racing for it toward the blue line, and it goes out of the zone. Hull will wrap around back in his zone. Piggott back out to Rosalenko. Lost stick on the ice, near center ice. Put some fresh paint down here at the start of the season here at the CU Rec Center. And Luke Massey back to the corner now. Pearson tried to keep it in, but it's forced out of the zone, and Ryan takes it. Cross-ice pass from Wood. Now Wood turns it over to Van Aaron, rather. Let's get down as Ryan, one of the newcomers here to this team, Dougie Wood. Out to Ryan. Now it's picked up by Jake Rosalenko at the half wall, but he loses it in the corner, still fighting for it, and it's taken away by Colorado again. And racing out for that was Matt Server. Taking no chances, just smothers that puck just to the left of his net. And we'll get a fresh set of skaters on for both sides. Face-off coming to Colorado's zone. Now face-off circle, let's see. Bit of a trip up there on number 14, one of the newcomers, as their line comes out on the ice. The fresh line, as we call it here at SBS. Testa back on the opposite side. Picking away by David Hofteser now. He's got speed going up the middle. Cross ice from Testa, deflected away by Karlitz. And now DU looking to respond.
Real great look there from Testa, though.
Another great save made by Server as this puck is forced into the corner in a big collision along the boards. Here comes Hofteser again. The puck is lost and taken away by DU. And Hofteser taking
Lucky for the Buffs that ended up offside there, because that was very quickly becoming a 3-on-1.
Yeah, Buffs defense really stepping up here. But here comes DU again, 2-on-2. A cross ice pass can't connect. A penalty coming here. And looks like it's going to be on Jake Carney. He's not exactly pleased with the officials as he's waved to the box. So another power play for the Pioneers. And the lack of discipline on Colorado, though it hasn't been as rampant as last season, is coming back to haunt them. Face-off taken by Massey. Number 74 played back into the corner. Number 24, that shot deflected off the pad. Back out in front, another great save, and they score! DU is on the board, able to capitalize on the power play. Beautiful play by Cody Jorndal, the forward from Scottsdale, Arizona. The lead is cut to 1, and the scoreboard operator took a hard time, or has not put it on the board yet in the rink. Unless we have it here on our stream, folks. Now it's finally up on the boards here at the CU Rec Center. Marcinkiewicz into the circle. Play is whistled dead. And it looks like Marcinkiewicz.
Just unfortunate there. I mean, the penalties finally come to bite them, and it's not like it's inevitable. You can always go perfect on the penalty kill, but when you keep taking them and they're not the greatest penalties, stuff like that happens, and that should have been another tripping penalty on the Buffs right there, but they get away with one.
They're gonna take all the chances they can get. Here's Dickinson out to Marcinkiewicz. Here's back to Dick. Pass intended for Dickinson. Oh, they thought they scored, but no.
It was close. Had that pass gotten through, wide open net for the Buffs.
Oh boy. Now Marcinkiewicz takes a bit of a hit near the blue line. This at the half wall, cross ice to Piggott. Picked up by Marcinkiewicz and turned over to DU. They clear the zone. Racing down to the other side is Robinson. Save, and they score again. This game is tied at 2. Crowd for CU not pleased as that 2-0 lead is gone. That was Gavin Faust, forward from Littleton, Colorado, nice and close.
And that's just a bout of unluckiness, honestly. I mean, the Buffs get burned on the power play, and that happens. But that just is a one-man break. It was one-on-one, well defended on the initial shot, I'll say, honestly. The Buffs did a very good job, and then just a rebound right back to DU, and they're able to slip it through the 5-hole of Matthew Server.
Yeah, Server he's seen a lot. He's getting peppered this game, but just be able to sneak those shots right by him as the Buffs' discipline seems to be loosening up a little bit. That's something they've struggled with last year. There's another shot out in front right into traffic and kept out this time by Server. Going the other way now is Matty Hull. He's got speed up the right side. Takes a shot, and it was deflected off the pads and nearly got to Rosalenko for a wide open net.
And what a rebound that would have been. Almost certainly a goal.
Now back into the corner, Rosalenko chasing it down, as is Brody Pearson. Chipped high. Now here's Hull. Buffs trying to get back into their zone as DU trying to make this a 3-2 game rather. Carney to Rosalenko along the boards. Big hit in the corner on Dougie Wood. Dougie Wood out in front. And puck is deflected back into traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Hartman in the building. CU Buffs hockey alum. Just passed in front of the camera. It's great to see him coming back into the rink, supporting his guys. Now here comes David Hofteaser. He lost his glove. Takes a shot. Oh my goodness, what a save. Wow, Jackson Carlitz. Lights out from David Hofteaser, who had yet another chance. He was looking for his second goal of the game And Carlitz smothers that one out in front.
And man, what a second goal that would have been. David Hofteaser nearly with two superb goals, one on either end. First at Spinorama, and then nearly there. I don't even know what you call that. I lost my glove and still kept playing and nearly scored type of goal.
That could have been clutch. 6 minutes gone by, period number 3. Game is tied at 2. The momentum for Colorado still there. Hofteaser centering pass, no connection made. DU racing for it now. Here's Ryan out in front. Now Bergie has to Hofteaser behind the net. Can't connect. Back out to the neutral zone. Back for DU. Hofteaser heads to the bench after a tiring shift. Back into the corner. Bergie chasing this one down, but it's deflected out of the zone after bouncing off the glass. Now here's Matt Ryan behind his own net. The fresh line back out for Colorado. You see a lot of the new guys coming out to play for this Buffs team, trying to. Puck is loose in the corner. It's picked up again by the Pioneers. It's now number 88. For Colorado, it's turned back over to DU, and it's a 3-on-2 advantage. There's a shot save made, and a great defensive play by Matty Hull, getting that away from Server and clearing the zone.
Really, really well done.
Now Hull back into the corner. DU out in front, takes a shot deflected high up over the net and gloved immediately by Server.
Boy, that was a little too close for my liking. I mean, DU just got a guy not even 5 feet in front of Matt Server right there. Just walked right in up to the crease, and that was close. High and wide, not wide, but high as you said. But man, was that a close chance for Denver.
Oh boy, you see their adrenaline's going now as Pickett skates up the left side, pass in front to Dickinson, and it's a little pass out in front and saved.
I can see the thought they had there. Clear, try to get it across the ice, a little cross-ice pass across the slot, and then, get a shot off. But the shot that was gotten off was a little too weak there, and a very, very easy save for Carlitz there.
Marcin Kevichus back into the circle. Dickinson chasing the puck into the corner. And Sandberg plays this one back behind the net, and fighting for it is Owen Dickinson. Grant Robinson trying to connect with the puck at the half wall, but DU will get to the puck first and clear their zone. Coming the other way now, it is 3-on-4. Kept into the zone by Corey Jordahl, who had the first goal of the day for Colorado. And now down the right side is Marcin Kevichus. It's like 44 grabbing his stick there. And Rapp did not like that. This is chased back into the corner. We have the Buff zone now. Now Pearson picks it up near the half wall. Tries to skate up into the slot. He's got room. Dougie Wood, and intercepted. Puck is still loose out in front, but it's in the corner. Oh boy, it could have been a dangerous situation for the Pirates.
Right idea there, wrong execution, but it nearly ended up paying off regardless as the puck got right in front of Carlitz, and somehow didn't manage to get in.
So Rosalenko up the left side, back into the Pioneers zone. Taken away by Dougie Wood, looking for the wraparound. Now played along the boards, picked up at the half wall by Carney. Wrapped it back around the boards, Matty Hull, one-timer there from Hull. That puck is loose in front. Oh my goodness. What a chance for the Buffaloes as Karlitz came out of the net. And an icing call here against the Pioneers. Just over 10 minutes to go in period number 3, game tied at 2.
Man, how the Buffs don't get that in, I don't even know. Just a nice slap shot from mid-range, and the puck just flips up there kind of really awkwardly up over Karlitz, and up over the Buffs too. Has had that fall in the right place, right time. Man, that's another empty net opportunity that just falls by the wayside for the Buffaloes.
Picked up here, back into the neutral zone. Puck is taken away by DU. Coming down the other side of the ice, number 24, Henry Seebeck. Seebeck into the corner, but out score! I think that was Blake Bazin, forward from Windham, New Hampshire. Pios have the lead. 9:46 to go in period number 3. They lead 3-2.
Complete fluke goal there, Karen. And now you're in a situation where you're under half the period remaining, and you came into this frame up 2-0, and you're down now 3-2. You got 9:46 to rectify this, but just complete fluke goal there, honestly, in my opinion, on the Buffaloes. You know, it turns Matt Server around, and he's unable to get back into the net in time, and it just leaks right through him into the back of the net.
You hate to see it if you're Colorado. Colorado's bench is not quite pleased, to say the least.
And you can tell that the Buffs have definitely gotten off their game a little bit. They were a lot more physical, a lot more expressive, a lot more jumping up into the play in that second frame than they are now.
Yeah, you can see Luke Massey there, lost the puck, turned over to DU, who has another opportunity out here. That shot went wide right. Crowd not pleased with the physicality by the Pioneers. It was nearly a high stick. Nonetheless, the fresh line for Colorado back out on the ice. And here's Matt Ryan, one of the newcomers to the team, seeing some ice time. 88 skating down, trying to get into the slot. Shot save made by Karlitz, right into his stomach. And a line change on both sides. Looks like DU's defenseman will come off and change. It's Colorado seeing significant zone time this period. No, they've not been able to capitalize in the last 12 minutes or so. The 74 takes a huge hit, and we have a penalty coming here on Van Aaron. Huge hit right in front of the crowd. You could feel the rumble of the boards up here at the broadcast table. And first power play, I believe, of the night for Colorado. Hopefully they can get some momentum going to get themselves back on the board. Only down by 1. Comebacks are not impossible.
No, and this is the Buffs' first power play of the game. They were 15.2% on the on the power play last season. That was good for 60th out of 71 total MD1 teams. So, not the greatest, but DU's penalty kill, amongst D2 teams out of 182, 154th, only 39.1% penalty kill. So, that makes you wonder, can the Buffs tie it up here? Can they get a tally back on the board?
That's what they're going to try to do here, Aiden. But here they tried to come in. Marcin Kevichus trying to get the puck in at the blue line. But he's facing a lot of pressure. Skating around is Matty Hull. He's got speed going up the left side. Rosalenko out in the slot. Hull wrapping around behind the net. Testa into the corner now for Rosalenko. Back to Testa at the half wall. Looped around. Rosalenko shot out and puck is loose in front. And a mountain of Pioneers. Bit of a rough call, or a bit of a rough check, rather, on Jake Rosalenko, who's made it back to his feet.
And not a bad play either for the Buffs. Personally, I would have preferred they gone back up to the point or the blue line, but it worked out for them. Buffs decided to take it to the net, take it to Carlitz, and they got a very close shot off of that, and a very close opportunity, backing up Carlitz into his crease, into his net, and just keep working. They got a minute, 1 second left on this power play, and they are more than capable enough of tying this back up at 3.
Absolutely. 7.5 to go here in period number 3. Final minute of the power play. Maddie's fly as it's kept in by Maddie Hull.
A little close there.
Holy cow. Testa cross ice to Hull. Hull with a shot save. And we've got a big scruffle out in front of the net.
I mean, I don't know what DU's complaining about. They pushed Rosalenko into Carlitz. I don't know what they're on about here.
They'll do anything to make it.
But all parties fine, so you know what? Water under the bridge, or ice under the bridge.
Fresh skaters for Colorado. Cam Piggott, Dougie Wood and company. Off teaser receiving a warm welcome from the crowd here in the rink. Skating up the left side at the half wall with the puck. Looking for the wraparound attempt. Man, this crowd is into it. Half a minute to go on the power play. Puck is still behind the net. Now it's Dougie Wood. Sends it across to Sandberg. Sandberg back at the blue line. Back at the point, rather. Wood. Time to try and take a shot, and it's saved again. Kept out. Hofteaser fighting for it. 10 seconds on the power play. Bodies fly in front of the net. That was Hofteaser. But it's cleared out, and Buffs not able to capitalize on that play as the power play comes to an end. 6.5 to go in period number 3. Buffs down by 1, and they can feel the pressure.
Unfortunate they couldn't score there, honestly. They had a number of opportunities, and they got to lock in now, and you got 6 minutes to really put it on DU.
Pearson chasing down the puck behind the net into the far corner. It's cleared out, and an icing call here against DU will bring it back into their zone for a chance for Colorado to capitalize once again. Buff skaters stay on the ice.
We'll take a brief look now at the Buffs' upcoming schedule for this first semester. Tomorrow and Sunday, the 13th and 14th, versus Metro State back here on ScoBuff Sports, as well as on ScoBuff Sports in October, the 3rd and 4th. But the Buffs are away now for a significant amount of time, basically a whole entire month. So just a quick look up the next month for the Buffs, what their upcoming schedule is looking like. A trip to North Dakota is what that's looking like.
It's kind of sad to see, but another penalty coming up here. And it's going to be on Colorado, it looks like. Looks like Brody Pearson's going to go to the box. Crowd not pleased. Discipline really slipping from Colorado this period.
100%, you can see it. And again, the Buffs, they just gotta tighten up, like as a unit, as a whole. Again, it's the first game of the season, but it is against a theoretically lesser opponent and a D2 opponent, and they can make the plays.
Marcin Kevachur wrapping behind the net, and puck is loose in the corner and will be taken away by DU as he was the only man in that zone, but not anymore. Taken away by number 11 as Marcin Kevachur is tripped up near the half wall. It's cleared out. Man,
as I was saying, they can make the plays, and they nearly did there. Marcin Kevachur with a nice offensive push.
Yeah, Rapp able to make those clutch plays when he needs to, but not able to capitalize on that last one, unfortunately. A shot out in front. Server back in his net, came out for a moment. Crowd was not a fan. Shot from deep goes wide right. I can't even talk, folks. It is cold in this rink, let me tell you. About 35 degrees roughly. Feels like winter. But 50 seconds on the power play, 4.5 to go in the third period.
One of the core pieces of any penalty kill, Kieran, is obviously get the puck out when you have the chance, clear the puck out of your zone. And the Buffs didn't there for a second and nearly got burned for it, but they managed to get it out. Now on the other end.
Now Testa deep in the zone. Chasing it down is number 16. And 4 minutes to go here in period number 3. Fay got in front. Save by Server off the pads. Deflected into the corner. DU looking to capitalize yet again. Puck is still loose behind the net. Racing forward is Grant Robinson as the power play expires. That shot went wide left. 3.5 to go in period number 3. Played back into the corner. Chasing it down is number 74 for Colorado. Now Hofteaser. Back down for Robinson. And Testa back out to Dougie Wood. Skating up the left side. Down the slot. Back up to Hofteaser. Hofteaser wrapping around behind the net. And it's turned over back to the Pioneers.
Ooh.
And offsides called against DU. So this is a D2 ACHA Denver University of Denver team. Their discipline has proven to be far better than CU's this evening.
100%, and as they take their timeouts right now, I want to look at last season between these two teams. Colorado, a pretty good record of 22-16-2, but just like the past 2 seasons, Colorado just failing at the end of the season to actually make nationals, to actually make the playoffs. I believe, Karen, to Colorado State 2 years in a row, if you look at the games that they needed to win to make it. But as you said, Colorado just a little bit undisciplined here, a little bit messy. You can see the goaltending, 9-18 last season. You can 100% see, Server now back with the team. They've had good goaltending, but they've allowed 3 goals because of just defensive mistakes, because of just silly penalties. And if you're on the bench right now as a Buffalo, you're saying like, hey, we scored 2 goals with great ease, right? Within 10 seconds of each other, and maybe that makes it feel a little bit tougher. You haven't gotten anything out all game outside of those 10 seconds. But if you're on the CU bench, you go, we scored 2 goals in 10 seconds. Like, it's possible. You could win this, if you get back to that again with 2 quick goals to make it 4-3. The fact of the matter is they're down by 1 goal, and they have 3 minutes left, and that is far more than doable for these Buffaloes.
Yeah, I mean, at the rate they're playing at right now, though, I mean, they've really got to tighten up on their discipline. No more penalties. Their defense really has to tighten up, as you said, Aiden. But that is how, with 3 minutes remaining, a team can come back. And we've seen it before. But play resumes here. DU takes it over. And it's saved immediately by Server. Matty Hole skating behind his net. And now he'll get the momentum going for his Buffs team. Cross ice to Testa up the left side. Testa skating up into the slot, takes a shot and save. Carney chasing it back down in his zone. And we'll get an icing call here against the Pioneers. 2:39 left in regulation. Yeah, your goal, if you're Colorado here, should be to force halftime at least. Or force overtime, rather. I can't even talk today. It's been a long week here at CU, folks.
I mean, you're not even kidding. It's been long.
Yeah. Hole shot for the point, saved immediately from the by the glove of Karlitz. So server looking like he's going to head to the bench, and we'll have a sixth skater come on possibly for the Buffs if they win this face-off, which they do. Try to get some offensive pressure going. Hofteaser racing for it. Now Hull, sixth skater comes on for CU. Desperately trying to maintain possession. Carney back into the corner. Hofteaser, a bit of a trip up into that corner. Carney at the half wall, racing for the puck, and coming away with it is Hofteaser, and it's forcing the Buffaloes to retreat. Back toward their zone, gloved out of the air by Matty Hull. Great defensive play as Marcin Kevachus and Hull chasing it down. DU, bit of a trip up. And a penalty coming here for tripping, and it's going to be on DU. Gloved out of the air by Cam Piggott. So heading to the box for the Pioneers now is Gavin Faust.
And Karen, this is a real opportunity. Minute and a half left. That's 75% of the power play. And you've got the sixth man. 6-on-4 is hard to defend. It really is. But, you know, all it takes is one moment. You know, all it takes is one DU shot down to the end of the ice. But, you know, the stats are here for Colorado. They can score.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a scary moment once that puck crosses the blue line, but Matty Hull keeps it in at the point. And that puck is chipped down toward the zone and goes way wide to the right. Chasing it down, I believe that's Patrick. Backhand pass to Marcin Kevachus. Now over to Jake Carney. At the big dogs out on the ice for the final minute of play. Matty Hull over to Owen Dickinson. Back into the left corner. Final minute here in the third period. Marcin Kevachus. Shot for the point, and it's deflected. DU bench loves it. Marcin Kevachus racing for it, and he's still got it. Not a whole lot of urgency. 40 seconds to go in the period. Piggott back out of front, takes a shot, save! Rebound by Carney, right into traffic. Out in front is Dickinson, and nearly deflected in. And now Cam Piggott skates back out toward the slot. It's bounced back out. Pearson takes it. 20 seconds to go. Now Pearson skating across the blue line, nearly an offside. Piggott was just there, and the zone is cleared again. Hull retreating. 10 seconds to go. Final chance for Colorado to respond. Cam Piggott, Brody Pearson. Puck is lost, and it's cleared out of the zone. But Matty Hull chips it into the corner, and ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. DU walking away with the upset 3-2 against men's D1 Colorado Buffaloes. The celebration will commence in the Pioneers zone as their coaching staff comes out to celebrate. And taking a knee is Matty Hull. And the handshake will take place at center ice. It's a tough scene for the Colorado Buffaloes. Their first game of the season, going down to what was considered a lesser opponent.
You know, that's a rough game there. I mean, for the Buffaloes, you know, you get 2 quick goals, right? And you know, you're kind of on top of the world. You've got all the momentum in your favor exiting the second period, right? And then just none of that was seemingly able to be captured, honestly, for the Buffaloes in the third. They weren't able to match the intensity. They weren't really able to match the fervor that they had as they do salute the crowd here. And they just weren't really able to match, unfortunately, DU in that final frame there. Obviously, giving up 3 goals. one of them not great on the power play, one of them kind of a complete fluke. And so you gotta say with this type of game, first game of the season, it just, the very common phrase, memory of a goldfish. Just put this out of your mind, reset, get back to work tomorrow. You got to play Metro State tomorrow and Sunday morning. And so, overall not that great to let the game get away. It's the easiest statement in the world to say, but, overall it's not the end of the world. It's the first game of the season, Kieran.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got another D2 opponent you're facing tomorrow and Sunday in Metro State. Coming up here to Boulder, another in-state rivalry. So just got to put this is a tough loss this evening, tough way to start off the season, but you cannot let that get the best of you. And just come back tomorrow bigger and stronger. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our entire crew here at Scobo Sports, we thank you all for tuning in for this home opener for Colorado men's D1 hockey. Alongside Aiden Glockner, my name is Kieran Walker, saying you heard it here first, and so long from the CU Rec Center Ice Rink.